So if you're running a business, a blog, or a storefront on Wix, I'm betting you've wondered what it would actually take to get your brand onto the Apple App Store and Google Play. Well, today we're going to map out exactly how you can transform your existing Wix site into a native app, step by step. And as you'll see with our vibrant green theme today, we're giving you the green light to get this done fast. Let's dive in.
Okay, we have a packed roadmap for you. We'll quickly cover why you need an app, the magic of the web view, comparing DIY to done-for-you services, surviving the app stores, adding that native polish, and exactly what your next steps should be.
So let's kick things off by talking about the mobile reality. I want you to ask yourself a tough question. Your Wix site probably looks fantastic on a big desktop monitor, right? You've tweaked the layout, the images pop, it's perfect. But when a customer pulls it up on their phone, let's be honest, usually it's just fine. It works, sure, but it doesn't feel like a premium, dedicated product. And relying on a mobile browser just doesn't command the kind of loyalty you get from a native app sitting right there on a user's home screen.
Just look at this breakdown. We've got this styled and our dark and light green theme, and what it shows is absolutely staggering. People spend 90% of their mobile time inside actual apps. Only 10% is spent in mobile browsers. If you're only accessible through Safari or Chrome, you're literally fighting for a tiny sliver of your customer's day. Apps own the attention economy. It's really that simple. So how do we bridge that gap without going crazy? The secret is something called a web view.
This is the core hack that makes this whole thing achievable without needing to hire a massive dev team for 6 months. A WebView app is essentially a native Android or iOS shell. Think of it as a custom container that talks directly with the phone's operating system, but inside it loads and displays your existing live Wix website. And no, this isn't some shady workaround. Major airlines, huge banks, top media companies, they all use WebView-based apps because their web content is already super strong.
I love this analogy. It's basically like a custom picture frame. You aren't tearing down your Wix site. You don't have to rebuild your inventory or your blog posts or your member areas from scratch. Absolutely not. You're simply wrapping your perfectly functional website in a beautiful, native picture frame that Apple and Google recognize and will actually put in their stores. When you compare the two side by side, it becomes incredibly clear why WebView is the fastest, most cost-effective path for, I'd say, 95% of Wix owners. A full native rebuild, that's tens of thousands of dollars, months of coding, and massive ongoing maintenance. WebView, zero coding, takes maybe days or weeks, and keeps your costs exceptionally low. Okay, so you're on board with WebView. Now you have to choose your path, DIY or done for you. This is a classic trade-off. Method 1 is using DIY no-code builders. Look, they give you a cheap start, for sure. But the hidden cost? It's your time. You're the one handling the confusing store configurations and battling Apple's notorious rejection emails. Method 2 is using a done-for-you service. Here, experts handle the development, the technical config, and the whole App Store submission process. It basically saves you a massive headache. Actually, if you go with a done-for-you service like App of Web, the workflow is entirely stress-free. Take a look at these 5 steps. Your only real job is step 1, providing your URL. That's it. After that, they generate a demo build, handle the custom wrapper development, navigate those complex store submissions, and even do the ongoing maintenance when operating systems update. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, navigating the App Store review process. Getting approved by Google and Apple is where most first-timers hit a total brick wall. But before you even think about hitting submit, you absolutely must internalize this quote: "A slow website becomes a slow app." Because a WebView app directly inherits your site's performance. If your mobile Wix site is clunky, or it has broken text, or it's just overloaded with massive pop-ups, Apple and Google are going to reject it on the spot. You have to optimize that Wix mobile experience first. You're also going to need to get your ducks in a row with these prerequisites. You need a live Wix site on a custom domain. This is non-negotiable. If you're on a free Wix subdomain with their ads pasted at the top, reviewers will just see an unfinished app, and boom, rejected. You'll also need to grab your Google Play and Apple developer accounts and have a high-res app icon and real device screenshots ready to go. Oh, and if you're targeting iOS, you need to be fiercely prepared for Apple's Guideline 4.2. This is their minimum functionality rule. Apple reviewers demand that your app offers real value beyond just acting like a glorified browser bookmark.
To get past this, your App Store description has to clearly emphasize the enhanced user experience. Things like push notifications, having a dedicated home screen icon, and a tailored, snappy navigation bar.
Also, please avoid these common mistakes because they equal an instant rejection. The biggest offender, not having a privacy policy URL. Both stores require a live privacy policy linked right in your listing. Also, skip the generic design mockups for screenshots. They want to see the actual app running. Don't force users into a harsh login wall the second they open the app. And seriously, double check that you don't have any lorem ipsum placeholder text still sitting on your live Wix site.
Let's assume you've survived the stores. How do we take this from good to great? It's all about native polish. These are the specific features that turn a basic wrapper into a true mobile experience. Push notifications, absolutely crucial. They're a game changer, with open rates sometimes 4 to 8 times higher than standard email. You'll also want to set up deep linking so shared links open right inside the app, add a clean 4 to 5 item bottom navigation bar so you don't overwhelm people, give them a beautiful custom splash screen when it loads up, and hey, if you have a Wix members area, adding biometric login like FIFA or fingerprint makes it feel super premium.
All right, we've covered the why, the how, and the what. Let's talk about your next steps today. First, let's look at the financial side. $124. That is the baseline total cost to set up your store accounts. It's just a one-time $25 fee for Google Play and a $99 yearly fee for Apple. Honestly, it's a remarkably low barrier to entry to get your brand sitting on the 2 largest digital storefronts in the world. So if you're ready to make this happen, just follow these 3 exact steps. Step 1, audit your Wix mobile site today. Go fix those intrusive pop-ups and clunky layouts. Step 2, register those Apple and Google developer accounts. Apple can take a bit to verify, so do that sooner rather than later. And step 3, decide on your approach. Are you going to brave a DIY builder or hire a done-for-you service? Look, if you want to skip that massive learning curve and those deeply frustrating store submissions entirely, I highly recommend going with the experts. Visit appofweb.com and convert your website to mobile app today. They even offer a free demo build, so you can see exactly how incredible your Wix site will look natively before you fully commit to anything. I want to leave you with this final thought. You've already put in the hard work to build a fantastic Wix website. It holds your content, your products, your whole brand. It's already doing the heavy lifting online. So isn't it time it lived right there on your customers' home screens, accessible with just a single tap? Take the leap, optimize that mobile view, and transform your digital presence today. Thanks for hanging out with me on this explainer, and keep learning.